Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Vân, and in the last video I was talking about my reverse culture shock when moving back to Vietnam. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the things that confused me when I first went to America to study abroad. Don't get me wrong, I love America and I love the people there, but I was just very excited to visit a new country without preparing any cultural backgrounds. So it was a big hit for me in terms of culture shock. Today, I want to share with you the things that I didn't really understand when I first went to America. So without further ado, let's get started. Everything is huge in America. The drink, the food, and even those watermelons. Whenever I go to American restaurants, I could barely finish my food because the portion is so big, and I always had to ask for like to-go boxes. Fun fact, asking for to-go boxes is considered rude or embarrassing in many European countries and Asian countries. I was kind of get used to the big portion in the US. So when I moved back to Vietnam, I remember having 2 bowls of pho at the same time. And then the waiter was just like looking at me like, why this tiny human being can have 2 bowls of pho at the same time? There's no such term as pho xe lửa, meaning extra large pho, because in Vietnam we just have regular bowls, and yeah, definitely is not enough for me when I first moved back, because I feel like my stomach was being expanded when I was in the US. In college, I was quite shocked seeing my friends wearing sweatpants, pajamas, or tight leggings to go to school. In Vietnam, if you go to school, you either wear uniforms. Well, you don't need to wear uniforms when you go to university, but people would wear like t-shirt and jeans. You wear leggings, especially like tight leggings. We usually have very long shirt to cover our butt. But American people, they are very comfortable wearing baggy clothes, and I feel like it's very cool because it shows their freedom and like how confident they are. American people love ice so much. Oh my gosh, I remember going to an American restaurant and order a cup of water. Gosh, they fill the cup with ice and just a little bit, tiny bit of water or beverages in there. Why? Why do you guys obsess with ice so much? Please leave it down in the comments if you are American. Sale tax is like a guessing game in America. I remember going to a Dollar Tree store for nothing because a Kit Kat bar is not $1, it's actually $106. Vietnam and in many European countries, we already include the value-added tax, aka VAT, in the price. So shopping can be a relaxing activity, not a math class. So in Vietnam, the date order is date, month, and then year. But in America, it's so confusing because they write month first and then date and then year. I'm not sure why they are not writing it in ascending order. One of the most confusing things in America is that they still use the imperial measurement while the rest of the world, including Vietnam, use metric system. Or maybe except Liberia and Myanmar. But it's still very confusing when I ask for direction. Excuse me, do you know how far is it from here to the nearest supermarket? Oh, it's down that way and it's 50 feet away from here. 50 feet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what I love the most in America, is that I can drink as much as I want. I was quite shocked when most of the American restaurants offer free refills, and I just love it so much. The service is great, and the free refills, I have nothing to against it. I know American people value personal space, but why would you have the gap between bathroom stalls? I understand it's for safety reason, but it's creepy at the same time. Like, how could I feel comfortable sitting there and enjoying my time while someone else can see half of my leg through the gap or even the tiny crack at the door? It just doesn't make sense to me. One thing that I love the most about American people is that they smile at strangers. Smiling at strangers can sound creepy to some European countries because why would you smile at strangers? But we have it in Vietnam. You know, Vietnamese people would smile at you. So I feel like a smile is a great way to communicate while we don't speak the same languages. Hello, how are you thing? Confused me a lot. because I didn't know why people ask me how are you and then just pass by me and just ignore my answer. But later on, I learned that that's the way American people greet. You know, like instead of saying hello is too short, they have like hello, how are you? Or like hello, what's up? Yeah, and they just don't expect the answer. In Vietnam, if we ask how are you, we will talk about our personal stories like family, friendship, relationship, how we feel today, and yeah, like just everything. I know it's so confusing, right? Because sometimes they don't want to get involved into your personal life, but at the same time, American people love small talk. Like the cashier in the supermarket, the waiters who work at the restaurant, or even the hairdresser. They can relate anything to your story and they can talk all day about the matching shirt and the hobbies and my favorite food and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting. In America, if a woman is expecting her first child, chances are she's gonna throw a baby shower party where her friends and her family will come and give her gifts and wishes for the growing family, right? Outside of America and Canada, baby showers aren't really a thing. It's actually considered bad luck if we celebrate a child before he or she is born, because according to Vietnamese culture, we don't count the chickens before they hatch. We learn not to speak too soon about an important event in our life because we're afraid that the things wouldn't happen like we expected. Why would American people call it soccer instead of football? You know, like it's foot and ball, so you kick the ball, it's football, right? So are you in a team football or soccer? Comment down below, okay? I feel like American people obsess with perfect teeth. I see teenagers wearing braces and then when they finish their braces, they have like perfect teeth and they're super white. Is that like American thing? Because in Vietnam, we don't care about teeth that much. I mean, we do, but we don't want them to be perfect. In the past, black teeth are very trendy. People with fangs are considered attractive. So Vietnamese people don't obsess with perfect teeth at all. I feel like it's a very common thing in America. Like somebody can open their gifts in front of the giver, no problem. But in Asia, it's considered rude because it shows that you are greedy or you are impatient. You couldn't wait for the gifts to be there. Or it comes to the saving face culture as well. Like for example, the giver didn't give you the one that you want, or the value of the present is not as much as the value of others' presents, so you would embarrass them in public. So the best is to open the gift when they're gone, or maybe just later in the party. Okay guys, so those are the things that I found pretty strange when I first went to America. And personally, I think it's very cool to learn those things because I could understand people from different backgrounds and I can see things in different cultural lenses. So yeah, if this video is helpful and you like it, don't forget to drop a like and don't forget to subscribe me so I have more motivation to do more videos like this. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!